lads, summer is finally here. Hot weather, long days, pollen levels high enough to literally destroy my nose. It's all good though. Summer is a good time for all of us to just step back, relax, and get some nice fresh air. Oh, and also Love Island's back on TV. My favourite TV show! You know, I'd actually pretty safely say that Love Island is a perfect symbol of absolutely everything I dislike about the world, really. Unlikable people, unfunny conversations, unrealistic body expectations, and uninteresting premise. Pretty much every word that I'd use to describe Love Island has the prefix of un. Actually, no, I can think of a word to describe Love Island that doesn't start with un. Shit. But to be honest, the most shocking thing about Love Island isn't even the show itself, it's the number of people who genuinely love it. Like, I've always seen Love Island as the TV equivalent of Touch the Light. In terms of the ratio of how many people genuinely love a thing to how terrible the thing is, Love Island is an anomaly, and so is Touch the Light. And let's be real, as far as I'm concerned at least, it's the same types of people who like both these things. And in my opinion, they're both as scummy and terrible. Actually, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. At least Love Island doesn't sexualise children. That's one thing that Love Island does right. They don't sexualise children. God, can you imagine if they made like a kids version of Love Island? You all saw The Voice, kids. Now get ready for Love Island, kids, where nonces get their fix. God, that's bad. Oh my god, I'm a sick person for thinking of that. Yeah, maybe Love Island isn't so bad now that I've thought of some of the stuff Touch the Light's uploaded. But going back to the main point, there's just something about Love Island that really gets under my skin for some reason. I know for a fact that I'm not alone in thinking that it's not great viewing, but equally, a lot of the other people who say they don't like it would probably tell me to relax and that it's not worth literally despising. Which, I understand. These things are subjective. In fact, before we go any further, I should probably just say that this is my opinion, and if you like Love Island yourself, that is completely okay. Do not let me change your opinion, because if you enjoy a thing, there's no reason why you can't enjoy it. I'm just here today to talk about why I think it's a load of wank. You can make up your own mind, that's not for me to do. I just wanted to make this video today to talk about how, for me, Love Island is just like F tier. Like every time, like, oh god, it's bad. If I made a tier list of all things that I dislike, Love Island would still be at the bottom below other things that I dislike. It's like the champion of champions of bad. Please quote that. A lot of people have a distaste for reality TV in general and say that it's like boring or fake or whatever reason they don't like it for. But I don't think there are many other TV shows that are on the same level of like, that like Love Island. You get what I mean? I'm a Celebrity gets similar comments made about it each year, but at the very least with I'm a Celebrity, there's challenges that the celebrities do, they get taken out of their comfort zone, there's a wider range of character types, so the social dynamic is more interesting. It's in a setting that not many people experience. It's hosted by Ant and Dec, well, Dec at least, who bring comedic value. You can't deny that it's a well thought out concept. Now let's just use all of the points I just mentioned about I'm a Celebrity and then apply them to Love Island. They hardly do anything, they sit around and bitch about each other as if it's a really toxic school. The people on it don't really do anything that they wouldn't do in their normal lives. Everyone on it is literally exactly the same, so the conversations are really bland. It is in a big luxurious villa somewhere in southern Europe, so I guess that's something. It is quite nice to look at. And the guy who commentates it is the same guy that used to sit next to Hacker the Dog on CBBC, so hearing him talk about sex is just wrong. It's incorrect in my head. Pretty much every good thing that I'm a Celebrity has, Love Island lacks. The animal cruelty issue on I'm a Celeb isn't something that I'm going to ignore. Like, I get it, that is a fair enough reason not to watch the show, it definitely is an issue. But surely, a show that's driven two people to commit suicide on separate occasions, these two people had nothing to do with each other, I don't believe, could be wrong, but I don't think so. A show that drives people to commit suicide has surely got to be a bit worse. Jeremy Kyle causes suicide? Oh yeah, that's bad. That should not be on TV. Love Island causes 2 suicides? I mean, everyone loves Love Island and it makes loads of money. Let's keep it on. You know, I've just realised that I've got this far into the video and I haven't even actually explained what Love Island even is for anyone who doesn't know. The small percentage of you that are watching this and don't live in the UK might actually not know what Love Island is. Actually, I think they do it in like Australia or somewhere. But either way, let me explain. Basically, a load of people who probably call themselves social influencers because they have a decent Instagram following all get shoved in a villa together somewhere in a hot country. They do absolutely nothing other than sit there showing off their bodies and whispering to each other about people from the opposite sex who they think are fit. Oh, and also if you're not in a couple for too long, you basically get kicked off the show. Now, something that really confuses me about Love Island is the application process. Like, as far as I was aware, I thought the whole point of Love Island was to get people on who aren't already famous, like people who are just completely unknown. But for whatever reason in recent years, there's been a bit of an influx of relatives of people who are already famous. Tommy Fury, brother of Tyson Fury, arguably the best heavyweight heavyweight on the planet right now. In fact, I don't think there's any debate about that, but you know, that's for another video. Tommy Fury was already a pro boxer in his own right. A while ago, he fought in the Manchester Arena. Like, this guy was already famous. There's also another guy on it this year who's the brother of someone who's on Strictly, so like, I guess he was kind of already known before, possibly, I don't know. I mean, last year we had Danny Dyer's daughter on it, who is also called Danny Dyer, so, you know, I mean, it could be worse this year, I guess. My question is, do you think that it's a massive coincidence that all of these kind of half-famous people keep on ending up on the show? Or do you think it's because, you know, they already prioritise people like that because they've already got a big following? I wonder. I mean, maybe it's because they don't want to accept any old nobody onto the show and they only are interested in people who have already made it in life slightly. What would happen if they accepted someone who wasn't already a known model and had over 500k followers on Instagram? What if they accepted a guy that had more than 10% body fat? Too big of a risk. The exact same thing goes for girls as well. Like, if you're a girl and you haven't had surgery on pretty much every part of your body you physically can, I don't think you'd get into Love Island, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately. Bottom line is, it seems to me that the people who choose who goes into the villa have the sole criteria of picking who they think is gonna look the best. Not who's gonna provide the most conversation, not who's gonna provide the best entertainment value, the people who look the best. So this is the part that I actually think is quite damaging to young viewers. When you're watching Love Island, you're not really watching it as the result of a skill, are you? You're not watching it because it's funny or anything, you're not watching it because it's like impressive and like good as the result of hard work. You're not watching it because it's like an impressive setting or like an unusual place, although I will say that villa is very nice. But still, no one watches it because of like good production value or anything. The real reason why girls my age watch it is because that Curtis bloke is so SK, so fit, heart eyes emoji, drooling emoji. If you need any more proof that a lot of people only watch this because of the looks of the people, then let me show you some of the Snapchat stories that people I know posted on the first night of Love Island. I'll censor their names, I don't want them to be embarrassed, but they genuinely said this, like, unironically. Oi, why are all the girls from Love Island butters then? Why is every single boy and girl on Love Island this year so f***ing ugly? What the f*** gonna be such a series? And I don't really know how much bearing those snaps have, considering that is coming from 2 people out of the millions who watch Love Island. So yeah, maybe they are just on their own, maybe some people do watch it for other reasons than the looks. But to me, that kind of seems a bit unlikely, because other than that, I don't really see how Love Island can be entertaining. So I guess they do just sort of have to appeal to people by just shoving a load of good looking people in and letting them look at them. Also, something I'll add, I know those people personally who posted those snaps, and they are the types of people who would go on Love Island Kids if it was a thing that existed. So yeah, I don't know if their opinions are really anything to go off. Neither are my opinions really, because I am just stood here in an empty room talking to myself about things that don't even remotely affect me. So yeah, I mean, you can click off if you want. Wait, no, come back. Essentially, the message of Love Island is that if you're not a supermodel, your tits aren't like watermelons, and your penis is less than 9 inches on a flop, then you're completely worthless. Let's watch all these people with flawless bodies do normal daily activities to give the impression that these people are the norm, just to make you feel inadequate. Even if you enjoy watching Love Island, you cannot deny that the fundamental concept of it is nothing but damaging. The idea of getting kicked off the show because you've been single for too long. How do you reckon that's gonna make people who are actually struggling to find a partner feel? I've experienced that firsthand. It makes me feel awful. So I guess because I haven't really spoken about this year's Love Island in particular, and also because I'm nowhere near the 10-minute mark yet, I guess we can go through and talk about some of the Islanders. Oh god, saying the word Islanders unironically just made me feel a bit sick. Ugh. So the one that everyone seems to like this year is Curtis. All the girls at least seem to love him. And to be fair, from listening to him talk, seeing a few clips of him on the show, seeing his intro video thing that's on YouTube, he doesn't actually seem too bad. He seems quite likeable. Although, having said that, he has signed himself up to Love Island, so I don't care. Let's take the piss out of him.
My main turn-off is hygiene. Do you know when you have a toothbrush and it gets really dirty and people don't clean them, and they just leave it and it like builds up with all toothpaste and then dirt and everything? Like, ugh.
No, not really. Like, what are you doing with your toothbrush to let it get like that? You brush twice a day and then you leave it in the pot for the rest of the time. It ain't that hard. Also, why would you bring that up in your Love Island introduction video? Can you picture him with his mates beforehand being like, yo, what's up, lads? How do I make all the girls fancy me on Love Island? I'm thinking of dancing around a bit, blowing kisses at the camera, and then also having a bit of a rant about toiletries. Bound to work, mate. The girls will be begging for you. But seriously, this guy seems like a saint in comparison to some of the others.
I'm Amber, I'm 21, and I'm a beauty therapist from Newcastle. I don't even have to say I'm living my best life because you just know that I am.
We just know, do we? That's amazing. How did you know that I knew? There must have been some subliminal messaging going on before that, because somehow everyone just knew.
Actually, I once said that I did cry over a boy, but my friend corrected it. It was because my eyelash wouldn't stick on that I was crying.
Oh yeah, crying over a boy? Pathetic. But crying as a result of an eyelash not sticking on? Yeah, you see, that's completely justified. I mean, if you've ever been upset over a relationship not going well, you know, something that would have a massive impact on your life, then you're just sad. Grow up. Stop crying. When your eyelashes don't stick on though, you can cry me a river.
I'm so excited to get to the villa. I'm gonna get a nice tan and hopefully I'll find the love of my life.
Meeting the love of your life on Love Island. I mean, that's a story to tell your kids. Mummy, Daddy, how did you two meet? Well, Jimmy, basically, me and your dad went on a teleshow where you have to get in a couple, otherwise you get kicked off the show. That sounded, what, Welsh, what? The media forced us to stay together and eventually we just thought, screw it, and we had you. Oh. Okay. I am already dreading the abuse that I'm going to get for that northern accent. All I'm saying is that if you're looking for the love of your life and someone to spend the rest of your life with, I'm not too sure Love Island is the best place to look. Anyway, next.
My name's Anna, I'm 28 years old, I'm from London and I'm a pharmacist.
Something that I almost never do is make fun of people's appearance because that's something that people can't help. It's not really fair to poke holes in someone's appearance. Usually, I'd only really take the piss out of people's actions. But if you actively choose to get lip implants that make you look like you're doing the Kylie Jenner lip challenge 24/7, then you deserve to be made fun of.
I don't think there's a need for dating apps anymore. Instagram is basically like a dating app.
I mean, if we're going off the number of weird bots that keep on randomly DMing me and sending me links to some dodgy porn site being like, hey, how are you, or something, then yeah, I get Instagram's basically a dating site at this point, I guess.
It's not my looks and my body that get the women into bed, it's my banter.
Okay, this bloke. This man is a living embodiment of Jay from The Inbetweeners.
Yeah, my mum chucked me out of my family house when I was 19 years old because I was bringing too many girls home. I think the final straw was when she came into my room one day and there was two in my bed.
Yeah, of course you did, mate. How much do you want to bet that what his mum really walked in and was that scene from The Inbetweeners movie where Jay's got the snorkel on and he's doing his thing? Yeah, his mum probably just walked in and saw that.
Whenever I'm in a relationship, I've got this severe medical condition. It's called a wandering eye. I've cheated on all my girlfriends.
Does this guy realise that any girl that he's going to get with in the future, even long after he leaves the villa, is probably going to watch this clip and hear him say that he's cheated on every one of his girlfriends?
I'm Joe, I'm 22, I'm from South East London and I've got my own catering company.
Something that I love about the Love Island YouTube channel is that on each of the intro videos of each of the Islanders, oh god, I said it again. On each of the intro videos of the Islanders, they've given each person like a nickname. So who have we got? We've got Amy, our high-flying air hostess, Anna, our brainiac beauty, Callum, our romantic engineer. All these like nice names, like so that it makes them sound attractive. Now what do you reckon they've named Big Lad Joe here? Of course, what else? Joe, our sandwich expert. I don't know why, I just love that so much. We got Michael, our sexy firefighter, Lucy, our surfer Barbie, and Joe, our sandwich expert. Nothing screams mad lad like being an expert of putting food between two loaves of bread. Anyway guys, that is the end of today's video. Sorry if this seemed like too much of a rant. Like, I know this probably had very much of like a Jackmate vibe to it. Like, usually most of my videos seem quite uplifting, but this one, I felt the need to yell a bit because Love Island bad, lol. If you are new around here, please do subscribe and also like drop a like on the video. It would honestly mean the world to me. For you, it is just a press of a button and then you get on with your day, and for me, I see that like and it means so much more than what you'd think. Thank you very much for making it to the end of the video, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. See ya!
Yeah, yeet. Thank you for watching Tom GW's video. Please, subscribe for more clout, but only if you have a big wang. Hit the like button if you want to get into heaven, but only if you can spin a fidget spinner on your nose for 5 seconds. Follow all the socials linked down below if you want to become a disciple of Tom GW. Goodbye. See you in heaven.